all these things are the same. Open and closed, you can see or you can't see, or it's easy or it's hard, okay? They're all the same. So if I've met a new student for the first time and they've had another driving instructor, it's very likely that on their first lesson I will say to them, have you been taught to call the junction open or closed? Because I want to know how to speak to the student, okay? Because if I'm sort of like using terminology that they've got no idea what I'm talking about, then we've got a lost in translation situation going on. So I'll say, do you know how to name the junction open or closed? If they say no, I don't know what you're talking about, Ros, then I'll just say, okay, fine. Can you see or you can't see? Because closed means you can't see and open means you can see, right? So that's what that means. So they'll go, I can't see. You could also then break that down to, is it easy or hard? Because if you can't see, the student's going to say it's hard. Okay, if they can see, they'll say it's easy, right? So if you're coming up to a closed junction, a hard junction, a difficult to see junction, then you're going to be entering first gear on approach. If you're coming up to an open junction where it's easy and you can see, then you're going to attempt to come up to it in second if you're in a town, turning left, turning right, town roundabouts. I appreciate that open junctions, you could use higher gears if you're outside of town. Let's just stick to town, okay? All right, just to be technically correct about this. So if you're turning left and right and using roundabouts, the examiner is going to quite enjoy you going down into second. So if it's open, if it's easy, yeah, and you can see everything, then we're going to go down into second, hopefully to use the junction, because if it's clear, second gear. Now, obviously, if it's not clear and there's people coming, even if it was an open junction, obviously you're still going to go down into first because there's a car coming, of course, but we're going to hope for second as we're coming up to it. Now, it is important to get this right, because if you're coming up to a closed roundabout, let's just say you're coming up to a mini roundabout and there's a brick wall on the right, and that means you can't see. If you use second gear for this, that can be really frightening, okay? Because you'll be coming up to it and you can't see to the right. You're going to be braking. You've got all of this speed. Yeah, the car can't go less than 5 miles an hour now. And 5 miles an hour is quite fast for something that you can't see at. So you're braking, looking to the right, only looking to the right, only looking to the right. And then finally, when the wall reveals that you can see, you're like, oh, I can go. You know, if you can't, you're going to slam on your brakes because you're scared. But if you go, oh, I can go, then you turn left and you've never looked to the left and there might be a parked car there. Yeah, you might hit the curb. Yeah, there might be a pedestrian crossing the road. Yeah, because you've never looked to the left. You didn't have time to look to the left. So open and closed will help you to know which gear to use first or second. All right, guys, I really hope that helps.